Hello, girls. I would like
Hello.
you to help me talk about volunteer and volunteering work. So we're going to read a few things about different possibilities.
Okay.
The answers there. So here we have some words.
Okay.
We have appreciate, community, poverty, voluntary, volunteer, and worthwhile. Is there a word you don't know here?
No,
You understand them all?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So, Linda, will you try and do number one then?
Yes. A volunteer is someone who has decided to do an unpaid job, maybe because it helps people, animals, or the environment.
Right. The next one, Claudia.
Voluntary work is done without pay.
Right. Linda.
Okay. The people who live in one area can be called the community.
Mm-hmm.
4, if people live in poverty, they don't have enough money for the things they need.
Mm-hmm.
If you appreciate something, you are grateful for it.
Right. And the last one?
And number 6, a worthwhile task is one that may be difficult but has rewards.
Right. So something's worthwhile. It could be difficult, but it's gratifying, or you are grateful for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to do some reading. So Linda, would you be so kind to start?
Okay. Why volunteer? Where do we start? First, you will help people or a whole community or the environment. If there is something you feel strongly about, from poverty, the pollution, volunteering gives you the chance to make real changes and work towards a better world. Moreover, volunteering can help you. You will learn new skills, meet new people, maybe go to the new places. Voluntary work looks great on your CV, and doing something you really care about is always worthwhile. We have never heard someone say, I wish I hadn't done volunteer work.
So I remember when I was young, we were encouraged to do voluntary work when we were young teenagers. Right, Claudia?
Who can volunteer? Everybody. You might think it's only for young people, but that's not the case. It is true that many young people take a gap year before they start studying or working. Volunteer work, especially overseas, is often a big part of this exciting year. Older people can also also other people can of course take a gap year too. However, you don't have to travel to another country and work full-time to be a volunteer. Some people volunteer locally, maybe once a week in a community project, for example. It doesn't matter who you are or how old. There's somebody out there who would really appreciate your help.
Right. So I think that people forget that they can do volunteer work locally. And they just think, oh, let's go to an exotic country and do it there. And also they think maybe that only young people can do it. But as the article said, it's possible at whatever age if you want to do it. Right, Linda, if you can continue, please.
Okay, what can you do? Let's look at some of the local volunteering options we can organize. Teaching and training. There are all kinds of volunteer teaching jobs, from helping adults who cannot read or write to sports training at a local youth club. Teachers of reading and writing have to be trained before they begin their work, but the rewards are huge. You learn a new skill and can really help to change a person's life. Sports training is a lot of fun and means you can continue to use your own sporting skills and stay fit and healthy.
So I like this word huge. Instead of saying very big, when you get to a higher level, you should try and use words which are better than when you were starting to learn English. So you might have said very big. And now, as you know, Samoa, you can say huge, massive, immense. Right. So Claudia, if you can continue.
Managing everyday life. Some people need help with everyday tasks like shopping or understanding a form that they have to complete. You could visit an older person living alone and maybe learn something about their world and the past as you help. Or you could help a person who has just moved to your country and doesn't understand how things work, enabling you to learn about their country and culture at the same time. Whatever you choose, you'll develop soft skills that will help you throughout your own life, at work and at home, everyday life opportunities.
So it's a shame that this kind of volunteer work isn't promoted as much as it was before, because I have done some things which we'll talk about later, like the last one, helping local people. Right, Linda.
Okay. Cultural events. A music festival can be even more fun if you have help to organize it. A lot of time and effort goes into making an event run well, especially if it takes place over a whole weekend and people will be eating, drinking, and sleeping on site. Lots of the work is done by volunteers. Festival and similar events are the best places to learn that even really hard work can be fun if you are in the right place with the right people. And of course, you get in for free. In fact, with some planning, you could spend most summer weekends at festivals and never pay for one. Go for it.
Right, so this brings to mind when we had the export or we had the Olympic Games, there were lots of volunteers.
Yes.
So they could see a lot of the events and volunteer to help the people who were attending these moments. Right, Claudia.
Farm work. This is for people who can devote a lot of time to their volunteering project. Volunteer farm work can involve going to stay on an organic farm for a period of a few weeks or even longer. You can do it overseas or close to home, but the things that most volunteers appreciate are the opportunities to live on a farm, work with the farmers, and maybe become part of a community of like-minded people. If you care about good, healthy food and about a better future for our planet, this could be the work for you. Opportunities on farms.
Right, so that's another one. So you could do teacher or training, helping the local people, a cultural event, or farm work. Right. And what do we think was the purpose of this text? Was it number 1, number 2, or number 3? Which one do you think?
Can I answer first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the purpose of this text or topic is to persuade people to do voluntary work.
Right. So it's trying to show you all the good things, all the best side of doing voluntary work. Now here we see three kinds. There are more kinds, I suppose. Teaching and training, helping the local community, a cultural health, or farm work.
Mhm.
Now, have any of you done voluntary work?
Mhm. And recently, no, but in the past, I used to help in the village to do some voluntary work. For example, to clean the village and to clean the neighborhood, and we do it with neighbors.
Right. And you, Claudia?
I think just many years ago, I was volunteering in association for kids with special
Special
how do you
needs?
say? Yeah, special needs, and it was so hard. It's you need to be very strong to see when you see, especially kids that have disabilities or problems to move their body, and oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Ah, so
Yeah.
they were physically disabled.
Yes.
Ah, right. So I don't know if you could say handicapped. So have a look at the word handicapped.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if you can't walk very well or you can't use your hands, maybe this would be a word. I will try to remember to write it in the post, and you can look up to see if this word is adequate for this description. So handicapped,
Maybe
disabled.
physically impaired is
Yeah,
another
so I
word.
think it's handicapped, right?
Yes,
You said it's
yes.
Spanglish, but I think
Yes.
it's handicapped, right? So you were
Yes.
helping handicapped children, and this was locally, I suppose. And Linda was helping to clean up the neighborhood,
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
natural things.
Yes, but
So,
there is, I just want to add that there is some special voluntary work just for men in the village. So they do it very often in the year, during the year, just to, for example, clean the cemetery, to build something that is for everyone, clean the sewers and fix something in the village, and it is very often.
so you decide on a project maybe, and you all join in and help out, no?
Yes.
I think we have lost this tradition, because I never promoted it with my girls, I must admit. But when I was younger, maybe if you belong to an association, my mother was very religious, so we belonged to association connected to the church, and I used to go to a meeting once a week, and we decided, we were young children, about 12, 13, and we decided on things that we had to do. So then we would go and visit an old person. We'd go in twos, in pairs, and we would visit this old woman at the weekend, not in the week, and we would maybe do some shopping for her, maybe clean a little, just light cleaning, or just sit there having a cup of tea with her. Yes. Because she was on her own. Yes. And then with the same association, I went on a pilgrimage in France, and it's called Lourdes or Lourdes. And we all went, I think we were 500 teenagers, 500 teenagers from Liverpool, where I am from near. And we all traveled there. You can imagine traveling all together, crazy, no? And we lived in like a youth hostel there. And then our duty or job was to push the sick to the special places to see the pilgrimage. So I'm not going to go into detail because it's religious, but people are in beds, they're in wheelchairs. So we would have to help them to push them there and bring them back. And while we were doing it, we were singing, not dancing, singing special songs. And then in the evening, we had free time. So that was another thing my mother promoted us to do, to go to Lourdes. One, to visit the place, which was a pilgrimage. Another, to take part with other young people, and also to help out. So it was like a mixture of everything together.
Yes. So that's why I like the life in the village, because, you know, such things we do them normally. So if there is an older person alone, the neighbors can help them, and we visit them very often, and they don't feel like they are alone. And that's why I like it, like the life in the village.
Yeah, I think we have lost this now, as I said before, which is a shame. And we are responsible, because this is a lost tradition or custom. We're so busy and in a hurry that we haven't got time for anybody. In the last few years, I did like a voluntary thing. I went to Morocco, to the south, very far away. And I used to give English classes for free for a whole month.
So nice.
The only problem that it was very hot. But they thought it was amazing to see someone like myself, foreign, in this town. It was a big town, but they didn't see many foreigners. Also to receive English classes as well. So they had them in the summer. So something as simple as that, no? To meet someone new. You can imagine seeing me in Morocco. I was kind of something novel, something unusual, no?
Yes.
Yeah, Letty, I would like to thank you for the topic, because you make me think about the possibility to volunteer something these days. And because of the pandemic, people is very alone, and you can help people. And I even imagine that I could volunteer nowadays, but from today I'm gonna seek, and for sure there will be people in needs, and maybe learn English, where I'm not the best, but I'm better than some other
You could
people.
motivate someone, because I don't know if I should say this, but one of my reasons for helping here and in Chatbox many years ago, at the beginning of the pandemic, one was because I was lonely, and the other one, I felt useful. And I was so happy that I could help other people. And over the years, I've helped people to learn English for free. I earn it as a living, but also I do it for free. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes. And it kind of opens a door. So you can open a door, like you in the village, Linda, or maybe you, Claudia, just with one or two people. And I think we shouldn't forget it. I know the pandemic isn't helping us to feel this volunteer work, but who knows? We can volunteer in many different ways, no?
Yes.
Right. So thank you, girls, for coming and talking about this difficult subject. We still have a few more things to do about this subject another day. Because there's some more activities we need to complete. But for today, I just wanted to do the reading and to present this subject. So, bye, Linda.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
And bye, Claudia.
Thank you so much.